Hello, everyone. It is Mark Noble from Grove for Libraries, talking to you again about some more 25.07 updates. This is DIS 1025, where we updated some of the uh, search defaults. So if we do a default search, or if we just do a search here, so we'll search for dogs. And the request was that when we do the search, have the search sort be remembered. So if you are going through and um, remembering or going through and using the catalog in the same way, say you always want to sort by publication year or the date purchased ascending, you could do that. We didn't want to do that for every search by default. So if you do a search and you change your sort to date purchase descending and then do another search for, say, cats, we didn't want to change that default sort because we thought that would be confusing for patrons because they are doing new search. So we think this is kind of a little bit more of a staff thing. So in order to have your search remembered, you're going to go into your preferences and you are going to then go into the new search section and you can change your default sort. So this is available for all of the different searches that are enabled for your library. So in my case, I've got websites and series and lists and events, and I can change those. So if I didn't like the sort for events, I could change that to event date. Um, Lists, maybe I want to sort those by title, series. I like the best match. Maybe website searches we do by title as well. Although I think for the most part, people are going to want to stick with best match. For catalog, perhaps I'm staff person that's constantly looking at new things, and I want to look at things that are based off the date purchase descending. So I'm going to update my preferences, and then we can do some different searches there. So if we go through and let's do cheetah. Then we're going to see that we get our default sort by date purchase descending. So just a nice way for kind of those power users to set the default sorts that they want. The other thing to note, well, first let's do another search. So let's search in events. Let's search for story time. And we're going to see that those are sorted by event date now, event date rather than best match. So good ways for people to kind of change what they want to do depending on their context. Let's go look at that preferences page a little bit more closely. So if we go and look at your preferences, the other thing you'll note is we reordered this and divided it up into sections. So hopefully we're getting more and more preferences. We wanted to make sure that those make sense. So again, depending on what you have enabled for your catalog, you'll see different options. So like display library savings, only if you have library savings on for your library will that show. Home library will show or be editable or not, depending on your preferences. Community engagement, if you have that enabled, languages and display will display appropriately. So if you have different display modes, it will show those. If you only have one, it will hide that. Same thing with languages. You can choose which language you're in. Or if you don't have any languages available or only have one language available, you wouldn't see that. Holds for preferred pickup, alternate pickup locations, bypassing, again, depending on the options you have. And then the searching is where we have all of those new options as well as a few of the existing ones. So the show checkouts and holds and results. And then if you are using another language, so if we say this is Spanish, you would also get the option to um, for whether or not you want to prefer materials in Spanish or not. So good options there. Hopefully it makes more sense. I'm sure we'll be adding more preferences in the future. So good options and nice for the power users to be able to set their default sorts. So this was all sponsored by Metropolitan Library District in Oklahoma. So thanks to them for sponsoring that. Talk to you again later. Bye.